Happy Saturday everyone, here's the latest update on my project. Since I was moving last week, I wasn't able to put out a screenshot Saturday, and so I decided I would just work on updating the data storage and management systems that I had written in GMS 1.4. In 2.3, I can make use of structs and JSON output to make my life a lot easier. Previously, a ton of the system variables that were stored in my game were all over the place in this create event for my game object. But now they're all stored in this one singular struct, global system settings, and for the player file, it's global player active file. And what that ultimately allows me to do is, instead of having to worry about saving each individual variable, outputting or recording any of those variables is as simple as one line of code. So now if you look at the output window, I just printed out the system settings in a single string, and then the other key press will output all of the player file settings. But why is this so important? Well, these are what the two files actually look like. On the left is the old format. This was a .ini file format. And while this is very easy to read and edit, it's not particularly good on minimizing memory. The file on the left only contains data for 2 player saves at about 20 kilobytes, while the file on the right contains 10 player saves at about 54 kilobytes. It cuts out on a lot of redundancy and allows my files to be much bigger so that I can store a lot more data. So that was last week, but what about this week? Well, apart from a ton of bug fixes, I wanted to finish up the stage that I've been working on with a new boss. The lessons I've learned on the first 2 bosses have made this boss far easier to implement. The boss is incomplete, but I like what he's shaping up to be so far. I'm excited to be finishing up this boss, but also adding in some polish to the way he moves around. And yeah, my move went great, so I have a lot more free time to be working on this project, which I will definitely be taking advantage of. Thanks for watching, see y'all next week.